Hey everybody, this is Rykard here again, and welcome to another Pokemon X and Y video. With only a week and a half left till these games come out, it's not a surprise at all that we're receiving a constant influx of information on these new games. But as far as today's video is concerned, we received two pretty interesting bits of information. The first of which is a new Mega Evolution that could also lead us to kind of speculate on what potential future Mega Evolutions might be, and also two evolutions of Pokemon that we were introduced to a little while ago that it's nice to see that they do evolve and what they evolve into and what it kind of looks like. But with that, let's just get into the first part of this video, which is going to be the newly revealed Mega Evolution. So as you can see right here on this screen, we finally got a new evolution for Charizard, which a lot of people are going to be excited about due to the fact that no longer is this Mega Evolution a Fire Flying type, but it is actually a Fire Dragon type, which is something people have just been waiting for a very long time. Nobody really understood why this Pokemon wasn't a Dragon type, so it's really awesome that we are seeing it in Dragon type form finally after a long wait, which is also really interesting to make note of because of the fact that this will change its weaknesses and resistances drastically once it does have this added flying type after it Mega evolves. Now, one thing to keep in mind, which kind of sucks still about Charizard, is that in order to Mega evolve, you obviously have to be brought into battle, and when you bring Charizard into battle, it will be flying and fire, meaning that it still takes 4 times damage from Stealth Rock every time you switch in, which really sucks because we were kind of hoping that this would be the problem if we just made it a Dragon type to begin with. But either way, we do know that it gets increased attack stat and also has a new ability known as Tough Claws, which improves the power of physical contact moves. Kind of similar to how Tyrunt and Tyrantrum get the ability Hard Jaw, which increases the power of biting moves. This is more or less just a better version of that, I think, which just makes sense because it is a Mega Evolution. But one more interesting thing about this particular Mega Evolution, other than the fact that it looks awesome, is the fact that it is actually referred to as Mega Charizard X. And we got this before with Mewtwo, where we have Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y, which correspond to their respective games. So what I'm wondering then, if because this is Mega Charizard X, the other one must be Mega Charizard Y, which also could lead to us all kind of assuming that pretty much every single Mega Evolution has 2 versions. I don't know how true that might be, but it just seems like that's the way they're going with it right now, which is very interesting. And I think that actually kind of goes along with the whole X and Y thing being like DNA. And people kind of assume that at the beginning that might be what X and Y are referring to. But either way, that kind of makes it seem like, okay, well, if you're an X, you're going to be this version, and if you're a Y, you're going to be that version, which is kind of interesting. So we could potentially get new Mega Evolutions for pretty much every single Mega Pokemon we've received so far, because we know that this is Mega Charizard X, and the other one now is Mega Charizard Y. This also makes me very excited because, sorry, I just hit my mic. Makes me very excited because I just pre-ordered Pokemon X the other day, so I was like, well, this Charizard seems really freaking cool, so I'm glad I got this game instead. But that's just my thoughts on the matter at the moment. But tell me what you think about that, because if that is true, then not only are we getting a ton of new Pokemon, but we're getting 2 versions that are Mega Evolutions of a lot of older Pokemon, which could be very interesting. Or it could just be something that's exclusive to only certain Pokemon, like Mewtwo and Charizard. But I guess we'll have to wait and see, but it's something to kind of think about for the time being. And the last bit of information we received are 2 evolutions to previously released Pokemon. The first one being the evolution to Swirlix, which is the one on the left with its tongue sticking out. And the second being the evolution to Spritzee, which is the one on the right. Now, we didn't really receive any other new information as far as these Pokemon are concerned in terms of movesets or abilities, but we do know that they are still pure fairy types, so that's kind of cool to know. And also, it is important to note that prior to this, obviously, we learned that Swirlix got the Draining Kiss move, and Spritzee got the Aromatherapy move, which are things that could also continue to speculate on what other moves these Pokemon might learn, such as, Swirlix and its evolution potentially learning Cotton Guard as well, since it is based on cotton candy, and Spritzee and its evolution learning other smell-based moves or things like that, such as Sweet Scent. But overall, not really much other information other than the fact that they did evolve, which is something that we were all expecting them to anyway, because the initial versions of them that we received did seem like a basic evolution of the Pokemon. But that is it for this video, everybody, so thank you all for watching. I hope you're excited about this new information like I am, and I hope it could lead to potential more speculation on the Mega Evolutions, and also potentially what these two new Pokemon that are evolved forms of ones we already knew about might be able to do in battle. But that is it, everybody, so as always, thank you for watching, take care, goodbye, and I will see you all next time.